I thought I'd make this video coming into a season of uncertainty, government shutdown, food prices rising, and we need a little humor at this point, you know? So I thought I'd make a video about frugal living and the funny parts of it. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So I thought frugal living was just about saving a few bucks, right? You know, cutting coupons, turning off the lights, don't run the water while you're brushing your teeth, and saying goodbye to lattes that cost more than lunch. But what I didn't expect were the weird, wonderful, and slightly hilarious lessons I learned along the way. Let's just say frugal living has a sense of humor. One of the things I've learned is that you become a master of substitution. And I become a pro at swapping things out. Like I say, when I cook, if I don't have an ingredient, either I'll omit it if it's not a crucial ingredient, or I'll replace it with something else. If I'm out of paper towel, I'll use a t-shirt, an old t-shirt to do what I have to do. No fancy cleaner. Got my baking soda and vinegar. That's a good cleaning agent. And sometimes a little prayer helps too. Can't afford the name brand cereal? Well, corn flakish works out pretty well. It tastes just fine once you add milk and denial that it's not the name brand. Frugal living teaches you to make things work. You got to make it work. You know, everything's not perfect, so sometimes you have to manipulate things and get it to work. MacGyver style, you know. Another thing, you realize there's a lot of things that you don't need. At one point, I had three slow cookers. One for each kid. But why? Because apparently, I guess I thought I was running a soup kitchen. But that's what it felt like with three boys, you know. They ate all the time. But eventually I got rid of them, you know. And now I live by a new rule. If I forget about it, if I forget I have it, I don't see it. When I do see it, it's time for it to go. And I have a few things like that. You know, those orange squeezers. I got a couple of those, so I might get rid of one. And a lot of times I have things I can't even remember what it was for. So I just get rid of it. I had a George Foreman grill, and I don't even know what happened to it, but apparently I got rid of that. Turns out decluttering saves money and sanity. Who knew? Another thing I found out is that when I go shopping, I talk to myself in the store. Seriously, talk to myself in the store. I remember one day I was looking at some candles, and oh my God, they were smelling so good. I picked the candle up, smelled it, hit it. I was putting it in my buggy, and all of a sudden I was like, do I really need this candle? And the answer was, well, it's lavender. You like lavender, but you already have 5 lavender candles. Do you need another one? I said, but this one is on sale. Then I walked away, very proud of myself, because I didn't put it in my buggy. So I saved $9.99. Very, very good at self-control when I go shopping. And probably found out I had early signs of talking out loud to myself. Probably makes some of the customers nervous, and it may scare some people away to hear me talking to myself. I don't know. Another thing I found out is you get very creative when it comes to entertainment. Forget the Netflix subscriptions. Frugal living has taught me that people watching at Walmart is a little more entertaining than watching Netflix movies. It's free, endless entertainment, and you never know what you're going to get. You know, the games, the football season is in, so it's BYOS, bring your own snacks. I found out that friends bonding over who can make the best appetizer for under $5 is a bonding experience. Spoiler alert, beans always win. Another thing I found out is you become weirdly proud of the small wins. Having enough money to purchase your groceries, that's a big win, actually. That's a big win. You got all these groceries, you added it up in your head, and you actually come under what you thought. Big win. Then when I make a meal out of my leftovers, honestly, I deserve a medal because it's the best meal ever. And I don't really go to the thrift stores anymore, but that's usually my Super Bowl win, when I go to the thrift store and find something that I really wanted and it's there. Who needs retail therapy when you got the clearance aisles, right? Another thing I found is you redefine what luxury means to you. These days, luxury isn't going to a spa. It's buying that 2-ply toilet paper. It's not eating at a fancy restaurant. It's getting takeout without using a coupon. Nothing feels more fancier than the month comes and you've paid all your bills. That is the most precious feeling in the world. And then you have a little bit left over for snacks. That's my kind of rich. Yeah, frugal living might start out as a money saving plan, but it turns into a lifestyle that's funny, freeing, and surprisingly fulfilling. You don't feel like you're missing anything. Just being frugal and making better choices in what you do. It's a very freeing experience. It teaches you that happiness doesn't come from more. It comes from laughing while you make do with less. So go ahead, reuse that jar, rock that thrift store outfit, which I have done. Bought me a $5 suede green dress to wear to my son's graduation. Beautiful dress. And celebrate your frugal victories. Because at the end of the day, you're not cheap. You're resourcefully fabulous. If you learned anything from these funny lessons of living frugally, drop them in the comments. I'd love to laugh. I'd love to learn from your experience. You guys let me know what you find that you do frugally that's funny. All right, I'll talk to you guys again soon. And you know I love you. Bye. Cheers.